The 225th Assault Battalion reports about several large Russian mechanized assault in the Kursk region. It is reported that 4 of such attacks happened today, driving in columns, one after another. The Russians continue to attack massively and also in the form of long columns, something that has not otherwise been common on several front sections in the last 2 years. It is one of at least 5 Russian strikes carried out today alone. Orders have indeed gone out from Moscow that the Ukrainian forces are to be expelled from the Kursk region before a certain date, or simply as soon as possible. It will definitely be expensive for the Russians because they don't seem to have been able to advance at all so far. The published footage shows several waves of mechanized assaults by Russians. Like in 2022, the Russians are storming in convoys, one after the other, on the same road. They push on and we destroy them. Armored tin cans are burning up on the road, and drones and mortars are catching up with those who have scattered in the village. This has happened 4 times today, the battalion said. It is noted that in addition to the 225th Separate Assault Battalion, units of several brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine were also engaged in defense. As of the evening of November 11th, Russian army forces conducted 5 waves of mechanized assaults in this area of the front line. OSINT identified the events as taking place in the vicinity of the village of Zeleny Shliak, Kursk Oblast, and in the village itself. However, in addition to remote weapons, handheld anti-tank grenade launchers were also used at extremely short distances. On November 7, 2024, Russian troops resumed their attempts to seize the positions of the Ukrainian defense forces through mechanized attacks in the Kursk Oblast. Although the fighting on this section of the front line never stopped, the Russians are conducting a new series of large mechanized assaults since November 7th, taking advantage of the bad weather. According to the New York Times, which cites unnamed American and Ukrainian officials, the Russian military has assembled a 50,000-strong group, including North Korean troops, in the Kursk sector. And they are preparing to launch an offensive aimed at regaining territory in the Kursk Oblast, but obviously that offensive has started with Russians at the receiving end. After ballistic missiles, North Korea has now sent troops to Russia to fight and die alongside Russian troops in their illegal war against Ukraine, NATO Secretary General Rutte said. He added that it is very concerning that Russia has provided North Korea with funding and technology, which is posing a threat to the US, Europe, Indo-Pacific, and wider Euro-Atlantic.
Ammunition and ballistic missiles, North Korea has now sent troops to fight and die alongside Russia in its illegal war. In return, Russia provides North Korea with funding and missile technology. This is very concerning. These missiles present a direct threat to the United States mainland, to Europe, to the Indo-Pacific, and to the wider Euro-Atlantic. And when I say the Indo-Pacific, that includes South Korea and Japan. Every day, Ukrainians are killed and wounded by the deadly Shahed drones, designed and supplied by Iran. With the money gained from arms sales to Russia, Iran and its proxies destabilize the Middle East and fund terrorism further afield.
During the November 2023 election, we gave our full support to our beloved president, hoping for help and protection. Now, the residents of Sheptukovka in the Kursk operational zone recorded a 20-minute appeal, asking him for clarity on when they can return to their destroyed homes. Who is going to listen to this? It's surreal.
Be quiet, be quiet. Good afternoon. I would like to address our respected President Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. People have gathered here from the border areas, which is practically our village council. The situation during the September 2023 elections was that we had full support for our beloved president. The voter turnout was very high. More than 80% of the population voted for the president. We all hoped for your help and protection. And we hope at this moment for your help and protection. We've all faced different situations. The situations are varied. Some people want to return, some do not want to return. Let's not dwell on the past, on how everything happened. The evacuation or the breach into the territory of the Russian Federation. That's in the past. let's please think a little about the future. How are people, especially the pensioners, supposed to live from now on? And where are they heading? What should we hope for? What kind of government assistance can we expect? We have encountered the situation where everyone has their own story. Everyone has their own story. And some people face the situation where they want to return. They are willing to wait a day or two, a month, 2 months, even half a year, but they want to go back there. On the other hand, some are not ready to return yet. Even though 3 months have already passed, they are afraid. Or they are afraid for their children. Yes, listen. They are scared because there are no medical services, no schools, no facilities, nothing. Yes, it will be restored, but when?
Zelensky. There are promising technologies against Russian-guided bombs. We also discussed the state of the Ukrainian missile program and the development of guided bombs. Decisions were made to strengthen defense in difficult directions. Kurakovo and Pokrovsk. In Kursk region, our fighters hold back 50,000 enemies outside Ukraine. Russian propagandist Kaosayan, let the West rejoice that for now, the boss is launching the Chukotka icebreaker, not Alaska. By the way, if you listen closely, you can clearly hear Western sanctions crumbling under Russian nuclear-powered icebreakers.
На неделе по видеосвязи из Москвы Путин дал команду на спуск на воду атомного ледокола «Чукотка».
Осмотреть акваторию.
Пусть на Западе радуются, что пока начальник спускает на воду ледокол «Чукотка», а не «Аляска». Если прислушаться, кстати, можно ясно услышать, как под российскими атомными ледоколами трещат западные санкции.
Ukrainian manufacturers made a drone with the tactical and technical characteristics of the Chinese Mavic. In the video, you can see the first demonstration flights of these products. Over the weekend, 8 manufacturers of such drones competed with each other. 6 teams completed flight missions, a 10 kilometers flight at an altitude of more than 250 meters, and a target search. It was a demonstration for the General Staff, the Unmanned Systems Forces Command, the Logistics Forces Command, government procurers, and military units. The military evaluated the quality of the products and also talked with the manufacturers directly about the characteristics, features, and production capabilities. Inexpensive, functional, easy to manage. And the main thing is that it is created inside the country, which firstly makes Ukraine more independent from foreign supplies, and secondly, it leaves money in the country.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.